La, la, la. Recording. We just got back from Eric Worre GoPro Mastery. And, you know, it's all about network marketing, teaching network marketers how to be even better. And I have a whole book full of notes, but I would love to custom this training to what you guys feel like you need, unless Chris or Mike, you had a training you would like to do. No for
Nope.
Chris, how about you?
I'm just in for the ride.
I see that. And I see that. He's in for the ride. He's got his ride going. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Should I wait a second for Ollie or should we jump in? Oh, wait a second.
I am just excited for 2020 though, and I'm excited that you're excited and ready to get this train moving.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, Jeff, Beebe, go get on the Zoom and quit chewing all over the place. Hi, staff. All right, you guys. Well, welcome, welcome. This is the UK ISABESTU Zoom, and I'm Debi Beebe. And I'm going to go ahead and jump in with a little bit of, you know, Eric Worre gave us this great book, and I filled it with notes with the speakers that he had there, and I just opened to the first page when Eric Worre was speaking, and one of the things that he said, and I think this is really important, I've been talking about mindset all morning. I just got off a call with a teammate tweaking our mindset, but one of the quotes that he said is, if success isn't coming fast enough, you haven't really made a decision. Like, he's had so many golden nuggets this time for me. Mute everybody. There we go. So many golden nuggets this time for me. Hi, Ollie. That I really felt like, and I've said this, and I know this is like such a dramatized way I feel, but he said so many things that I felt like he stuck a dagger in my heart and I bled out. And when I bled out, that means I got new blood in, and I am so refreshed and so much more on fire than I ever have been, or equal to when I first started. Jeff Beebe, you got to shut your door, baby. We're echoing. So I'm really excited about that. Let me look at this really fast. Okay, so I talked on our pros call yesterday morning, which you guys are in the UK, so I know you can't get on the pros call. We do have the recordings in ISABESTU. Stephanie's so beautiful and smart and intelligent and on top of everything that she gets all our calls posted. So you guys have the ability to go in and click on the link and listen to our Playing the Field with the Pros call. That is in ISABESTU. Steph, is it hashtagged so they can all pull it up? It is. What's it hashtagged?
All of the pros calls are hashtag pros call. So PROSCALL.
Perfect. And so thank you, Steph. So on the pros call, we teach how to do business. We actually talk about mindset. And it's really funny that mindset is such a thing. I didn't realize that when I started doing business. I thought that I just needed to go in and do business, but mindset and how we look at it and our posture, our boldness, how we talk about it, how we think about things, it all comes out in our business. And one of the speakers at Eric Worre GoPro was this man named Eric Thomas. Had no idea who he is. They call him the hip hop pastor. I had no idea who he is. And he just really said that in our business, he pointed to the people in the top of the stands. And if you know, Jeff and I were always up front, right there, front of stage, because that's how we roll. And he looked at the people in the top of the stands and he said, why aren't you sitting down here? What's the difference between you and the people that are sitting right here? And one guy yelled, I believe. And he said, don't do that. I don't want to hear that. That's more of an outward action, what you just did, because I believe is in here. It all starts within here. They know and they believe that they can, and they are. You don't. And that's the difference from sitting up there and right here. And I was kind of like, whoa, that's harsh. But I think he's got a point, because when I was doing this business and Jeff jumped on, and then there was this these sisters that joined Isogenics, and they just went. They passed us quadruple fold. Like they passed us. And I had asked a leader in Isogenics, I said, what the hell? Like, I've been working. I don't get it. How did they have that much success? Well, A, they grew up in a network marketing family. I have no network marketing background. And they both came from other network marketing companies. But what the leader told me was that's not why they are so successful. Why they are so successful is because they don't think anything different. They have no other belief than, of course I'm going to be successful. Of course I'm going to be at the top. And if you know who I'm talking about, it's Trudy Maples and Tanya Kirkpatrick. They have no other belief than that. And so our belief system really does run our business. And so we have to keep that in check. And Eric Thomas, the hip hop pastor, he said, we have to nail down the dumb. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that saying. What's that even mean? He said, somewhere in your business, you're playing dumb. Somewhere in your business, you're allowing this excuse why you're not moving forward, why you don't have more, why your business isn't bigger, why your teams aren't bigger, why you're not having forward movement. And I call it the dumb. So right now, you know, and I knew immediately, you know where you're playing small. You know where you're playing dumb. So let's nail it down, write it down, and fix it. And I was like, for me, it had been resources. I wanted some resources for some stuff that I'm going to do. And I bought into, that's for people that have millions and millions of dollars. I'll never be able to figure out those resources. That's dumb. That's dumb. So I decided to change that, and I'm going to quit playing dumb. I nailed down my dumb, and now I'm going to fix it. So that's a little inspirational for you guys, but we definitely want to get into the meat of how to do this business. Kim, have you been in network marketing before?
Never.
Never. Okay, perfect. So let's get to know you a little bit. Yeah, right? Welcome. Let's get to know you a little bit. You joined Ollie with Isogenics because?
Mostly it was to lose weight, to be honest, and I've been really ill for the last few months.
You've been really what?
I've been really unwell for the last few months, constantly chest infections, colds, and...
Okay, so you're looking to lose weight and to feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've been using Isogenics for 2 months now?
Yeah, about.
Okay, are you using the system in its totality?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, loads. Still like a bit run down, but yeah, I'm feeling loads better.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so then you took that and you decided to do business?
That's only been the last week I've decided.
Perfect. That is great. And Ollie is, he's one of my favorite people, and he's got you. Like, he's got you. He's the best support. And I just wish we all lived closer. If I could jump on a plane and be in the UK anytime I wanted, and it wasn't all those hours, I would totally, I would be there. I know Jeff's probably like he would too, right? That is beautiful. So when you're starting your Isogenics business, what is it that you think your first step should be?
I don't know, getting myself out there, putting things online.
Okay. Do you have people in your life that really deserve to feel better, release weight, have more energy, sleep better at night? Do you have those people in your life?
Yeah.
Have you written down your list of people?
I have.
That's beautiful. All right. And have you, I know, right, Chris? Have you reached out to any of them?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And what was your system of reaching out?
I was talking to them and I messaged them via Facebook as well.
Okay. So did you call first, or you've just done it all? You've called, you've messaged, you text?
I've done a bit of everything, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And what's the response been?
Not very good.
Not very good. Okay, perfect. So we're going to work on that today. Does that sound good? Would you
Okay.
like a great way to get people involved and get their attention? Awesome.
Yep.
So Chris Harville, I'm going to call on you to take over this point right here, right now, because I think you've got some really great ideas.
Okay, as far as like word tracks on getting people to listen to you.
So take a look.
All right, so number one ingredient is enthusiasm. You're excited about the program because it's working for you. So I hope you're at a point where you're a believer in the program,
Yeah.
and you feel like everybody on the planet should have it, because regardless if they're not feeling well or if they want to lose weight or if they want more energy, we've got a solution for all of it. So everybody is a prospect. Everybody that you know is a prospect, because number one, everybody wants to feel better than they do now. Everybody wants energy because they're stressed out and life is just kicking everybody in the butt. And everybody wants to look better. I don't care what shape they are. They can be skinny as everything. Everybody thinks they're overweight. Everybody thinks that they want their body to change. So everybody is a prospect. So start with your people that you know, because we all have people that we lead. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. We all have those, maybe one person and maybe 10 people, but there's people that look up to you and you've got a little bit of influence over. Start with them, and just with your enthusiasm, practice your word tracks on, I have got something that you really need to take a look at. This is what I've been doing for the last X amount of time. Have you got a couple of minutes that I can explain it to you? And just get into a conversation, and in your own words, you don't have to be scripted, but just tell them what you're doing and how you feel and how great you feel. And they're going to have it. You know, they're going to have it. And you'll learn a presentation. There's a couple of presentations out there that you can look at and then master your own way of doing it in your own words. But the more people that you reach out to like that, with the most enthusiasm that you can muster up, people are going to want to do what you're doing. When you're successful at anything, people want to do what you're doing. So there's no magic pill. And the biggest thing in people in your position, the biggest thing people want to know is, what do I say? That's the biggest thing, is they're scared to start because they don't know what to say. And the answer to that is say anything. Just say anything and let them know what you're doing, who you are, what you're doing, and where you're at. Because people want to be like you, especially if you're doing something that's making you feel good. And that's basically the answer. It's enthusiasm. It's talking to as many people as you can. And in sales, in network marketing, in anything, it's all a numbers game. It's totally a numbers game. And if you're guaranteed that if you go talk to 10 people and you can give 5 presentations, when you get that presentation down, you know, right now you probably don't have it, but you'll get it. It's super easy. But if you'll talk to 10 people and give 5 presentations, you're going to close 1 or 2 people. That's almost a fact. So if the company's telling you that, hey, if you talk to 100 people and you give 50 presentations and you're going to close 20 people and you're going to make $1 million over the next few years, okay, I'll talk to 100 people a month or whatever the number is, right? So it's all numbers game. Talk to as many people as you can. And on number 10, 11, and 12, you're going to find out that your conversations are going to get easier. They're going to get smoother. They're going to get more. And I got a plane flying over me, but they're going to get just smooth, and people are going to get it. And you're going to find out when you're talking to people what their hot buttons are and what they don't care about. You know, you don't want to push energy on somebody when somebody is, or you don't want to push weight loss on somebody when somebody really doesn't care about weight loss. They just want to feel better, right? So listening to your prospect is the number one thing. And then with as much energy and enthusiasm, go in and tell them what you have and how it can affect them. And I don't know if that's what you want me to say, but I don't have a word track, but except for the word tracks I use are, hey, I've got something that you got to listen to. Have you got a couple of minutes? I go through my deal, regardless of what it is, because everybody's different. And at the end, it's, would you trust me for 30 days and put this in your body? It's guaranteed, or your money back. Those are my 2 main word tracks that I use. And then I fill in the gap with whoever they are and how I need to approach it.
Love it. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Debbie.
real quick. Hey, Kim. Hi, Jeff Beebe. Nice meeting you. I can't wait to meet you in person when we come over there. And, you know, everything Chris said, that's spot on. Everything Debbie said, that's spot on. But really, you're new, so stories sell, you know, and really show them Ollie's picture. Say, you know what? This is a friend of mine, Oliver. Ollie's picture says it all. This is where he was, and this is where he is now. And not only that, the team around him, look at all their success. Look at Jeff and Debbie. Look at Jeff's before and after picture. Look at Chris Harville and his wife, their before and after picture. These are all friends of mine that I personally know. And the team that they have and the support group for coaching people on weight loss or wherever you're at is incredible. I mean, the results are astounding. The product just works. It's about fueling your body. And that excitement on how you feel, and to know where you're going to be. That's how you feel now and where you're going to be. And when you share Ollie's story and you say, look at one of my great friends, man, his transformation is incredible. I've known him for a while. And if you would have known him before and see him now, he's a completely different person. He is, you know, and Jeff, his story, you know, and say, these are all personal friends of mine. I really want it for you. And I'd love you to do it with me as accountability. And people that are looking for a home-based business, stay at home, you know, you can address that because, you know, extra $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 in a household can really change the difference. A lot of families don't have a choice and they have to be home because they either have kids, they're homeschooling, or they have a medical issue in the family or a medical issue with themselves, and they need to be home. So this is a vehicle now because the new gig economy is moving products, quality products are all moved through network marketing now, basically, through social media, quality products. You want cheap products? Go to Target, go to GNC, go to these stores that sell stuff that doesn't get the results. We get the results. So business-wise, really don't forget for those families that are struggling, that don't have a choice, that can't go get a job somewhere or don't want to be coin operated by somebody, and they're an entrepreneur and they realize what it takes to build a business. This just doesn't happen overnight. You got to work and share and share and share. The only difference between the top leaders and the people that aren't there yet is they tell everybody. They ask everybody, are you open to watching something that may be for you? Maybe I know everybody knows somebody that is struggling. Every single person, everybody on this Zoom knows somebody in their life that's struggling physically or financially. And if this isn't for you, if you could please share it, because I'd like to be the one you think about when you meet that person or know that person, send them my way. And let them know that you're proud to be a part of this company, you know, and what you're doing. And our mission as a team is to really impact people so far that we're going to change childhood obesity throughout the world. And it all starts with us. And if we're not willing to do it and willing to talk to people, it's not going to change for those kids. You know, so if you come from that mindset and really share what it's done for you and what it's done for your friend Ollie and what it's done for Jeff and Debbie, Chris Harville, Stephanie, all these people you got to meet, it's pretty crazy. And I'm going to try to put in the feed a little video, a little team video. Matter of fact, Ollie's in it. Join video chat. Let me see if I can put something in the chat button. It's connecting. But anyways, that's all I have to say is I'm excited for you. And I know Debbie's got Ollie's got some great advice. Here you go. Unmute yourself.
Can I speak? Can you all hear me? Right, I'm gonna embarrass. Hi everybody. I'm gonna embarrass Kim now because I'm gonna big her up. She's looking and thinking, "Oh Christ, what is he gonna say?" You know. But listen, Kim has been. She's a great girl. She's been through a real rough time of late since we've got to know each other. The past sort of 6 months, Kim. 6 months or so. But also she's had it tough for most of her life. You know, through in one way or another, and she's a real fighter. She's got so much grit and tenacity. Nothing. She won't let anything get her down. She's like, get up and, you know, the next day she'll get up and go. She's not one of these to wallow in it. She's a fighter. She'll go. So, you know, and it was it yesterday or the day before, Kim, when, you know, when you said, "Oh, I really want to make this business work," and I said, "Right, we need to put a plan in place. We'll get together. We'll put a plan in place. We'll do, you know, we'll hit the ground running for the new year." And one of the things that I said is, you know, you must get on this meeting. It's paramount to learning off. To my knowledge, there's 3 Isogenics millionaires on the meeting now. Is that right? Is that right, guys? 3. There's 3. I submit 2. There's 2. Oh, sorry. There's 3. Oh, whatever. You're all making loads of money.
No, Debbie and I are, and Chris is right on his way.
Okay. Yeah, cool. But you know, I said in that I did a little post earlier, an answer to Debbie's ad about this meeting, that, you know, if you want to just get your products paid for, or, you know, grow your business, you must be on this meeting every week just to pick up this, you know, pen and pad in hand and you know, make notes, etc. I mean, ask Debbie. She will make notes even now, and she's been in the business 6 or 7 years. She scribbles away all the time notes, and she's probably written the same thing down hundreds of times, but she will still make notes, you know, and it's key. It's key, you know, and you know, and I'm scribbling away as well. But I just wanted to say that about Kim. You can see there she sat there in a nurse's uniform. I know that she's off to work at 8 o'clock to do a 12-hour nurse's shift. You know, this girl's got grit and determination. She's fed up of the care industry, though. She wants a new lease of life. You know, she wants to get out there, and yeah. So we're going to work on that, eh, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That was so good.
Did you hear?
I didn't realize.
Did you hear the tone of that? Did you hear the tone of that?
No, I would like a different, better, bigger answer, Kim. Ollie, say it again. Did you hear that? Your question?
Did you hear the tone of her?
No. Ask her again.
That means I'm going to kill you when I see you.
No. Ask her again if she's ready to chip. What you just said. Ask her again.
Are you ready to hit the ground running in the new year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really
There
am.
you go.
Hey,
That'll make the difference in your business. Absolutely makes the biggest difference.
I just wanted to address one more thing, Kim. I didn't realize you were a nurse. And we have so many nurse practitioners and stuff like that on our team, nurses that are doing it extremely well, that's retired themselves, like Carlotta Davis. She's a nurse practitioner, specialized in diabetic education. She's retired. Casey Plouffe is retired. And they're all million. I mean, Casey's already a millionaire in the company. Carlotta's been doing it for 6 years, and she's going to hit millionaire status in just this, I mean, a cumulative in this year, in the next couple months, probably. And so you can see how their lives have been changed. But for you being a nurse, you have such an influence on patients because they come into that hospital sick. And all the hospital wants to do is bandage the problem and try to heal them, but with medication.
I'm actually a care assistant. I look after the elderly that are dying.
Okay, well, that's still, that's a slap in the face because you can see most of them have not taken care of themselves a lot, and some of them have, and they're just aging. But when you see the regret in some of their faces, as they age and they didn't take care of themselves, or they regret that they didn't do something to make financial freedom for themselves, and they're living a compromised life dying, this is a reason for you to really dip into your heart and realize if you can really touch people before they get to that senior age, that they're in that situation where they're not going to live a compromised life, and they might live a lot longer, or they're not going to regret because they're financially broke, and you have a solution that can help them. And if you come from that mindset, because the worst, I mean, you go to a senior home or the elderly dying, the worst thing you can see in somebody's eyes is regret. They're dying now, and they just wish they would have. They wish they would have. They wish they would have did this and that and this. And you have a solution that can really change the other people, and you can use that as part of your story. You know, hey, I take care of the elderly, and just to see the regret in their eyes sometimes that they didn't do this or that, or they didn't create any financial freedom for themselves to live a life. They just worked their whole life to die, you know, or they didn't take care of themselves and they were compromised in their health because of what they didn't do earlier, you know, and now they're paying it for it at a younger age than what they should have be dying at. And if you, this is what I would think, you know, that's how I would think, because I've gotten the chance to talk to a lot of elderly people that were on their deathbed or in a senior place, and to see the regret in people's eyes, it just hurts, you know, because you know their life went by quick, and nobody guided them, or nobody was an influence in their life like you can be in people's lives. So again, to do the business, you heard from Chris, and I want Stephanie to say something. What do you suggest, Stephanie, a good tip for her on reaching people, because she's brand new?
You know, start small. Sometimes it can be really scary. Once you start, it gets easier. So even if it's just start with birthdays. So start with wishing people birthday, just to get yourself in the habit of being like on Facebook or whatever, to be on there, to be present. And I would say we always set these really big, audacious goals, but most people use the same techniques, 2 different techniques, to get to where they're going. Because you make a big, audacious goal, but then you set little milestones as you go along the way. So I would say don't beat yourself up if, you feel like, because sometimes you set the big goal and it kind of can stop you because it's so big. So make sure that you do a little every day, that daily consistent action to create the habit. Because just like Tony Robbins says, it's the ritual that changes our lives. So making sure that you show up every day and let people know that this is what you're doing, and be consistent with that. Because that's like Chris Harville has some amazing stories of where people were watching him and months later finally were like, okay, I'm ready to get started. But it's because he was doing it every single day. So just take your step. It's like taking the staircase one step at a time. So I would say do that.
I've had that a couple. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, I've had to chip in, Steph. I've had that a couple of times. I had a lady in August watched me for 2 years, and she just texted me completely out of the blue. She said, "Right, I've been watching you. I'm ready to get started." And two days later, we met. She bought, I think it was the Ultimate Pack, and then she signed her husband up under her at the same meeting with the same pack. It was like bang, and it was just completely out the blue. Woof, I was like, great week. Don't get me wrong, but it just shows you that. I mean, Kim said earlier, oh, these posts, no one's responding. I said they are watching you. People are watching you. Don't worry about it. Just keep posting. Just do your daily posts, and they are watching you. I'll tell you, because you get people you know, who watch and watch and watch, and in the beginning, this is what I found anyway, that you know, in the beginning they thought, oh, it's just a gimmick, you know, he'll stop posting in a while. But then a year or two later, you know, when you got like results photos and you're still posting, they're like, oh, all right, he's still posting. Well, what is this stuff? You know, and so it just shows you that the consistency, like Steph said, is really key.
And
Thanks, Steph.
Ollie, I wanted to, for Kim, you know, Ollie can add you into ISA testimonials too, so you can see all the before and after pictures. It takes them a little bit to approve you because they make sure you're in the group. And when you start, not only post, you know, Ollie give you a post, or you probably already did it, just on letting the world know what you're doing, and let the world know that this is your true passion on helping and serving and changing the blueprint of people's lives physically and financially. But it all starts with the product first. And you being a nurse, helping people, you know, that's your passion too, to help people. But it all starts before where you're helping them. And your passion is to really help people before they get to this point. But the daily consistency, and if you start, it's not all about you. When you post, you go to like our Facebook group, you see us always recognizing other people on the team. So when you see all these before and after pictures, you can start posting them once a day, a before and after photo, but then you have to live your life out loud meanwhile. So you have to post you and Ollie in Camden Street, you know, you having lunch somewhere. Are you enjoying life? You know, are you smiling with one of your elderly patients? You know, that attracts people. When you come from that type of heart and you're hugging a elderly patient that's really touched your heart, and you post, this person has really impacted me, you know, and you post out loud, and you start letting people follow you in that way. And the way Stephanie said, and this is what we do, that's why she brought it up. Win every day, win every day, win every day. We go in and we see whose birthday on Facebook. We send them a happy birthday private message. We put it on their profile. And then you go down and comment on a couple of their posts. And then your news feed, once they thank you, they'll always thank you when it's in a private message. They won't thank you publicly, and they'll thank everybody publicly when you do it on their page, on their profile. But when you do it privately, also, they're going to say, hey, thanks, Kim. That meant a lot to me. And you're going to say, you're so welcome. Hey, you know, if I can ever help any of your friends, I have a passion to really change the blueprint of people's life physically. That's why me being a nurse, helping the elderly, and my real passion is helping people throughout the world, not just in this home. And if it's open, I can send you some information. I know New Year's resolutions are coming up. It creates that conversation, and you always leave it with a question, you know. So you might, at first, to create the conversation, is how are you and your family doing? You know, question mark. Then you lead into that next deal that I just said. So those are ways to do it, but you have to ask for the business and be proud of what you're about. I just sent you a team YouTube video in the chat, so you guys can copy that out of the chat. And
yeah, I've done it.
That's like a little video we put together, and it's a YouTube one, so you can share it into a Facebook message or a text message. If the other way, it's too big and it won't let you send it through a text message on the phone. So I put it in a YouTube link that you can send it out. And it's a good thing to send out along with like the Advantage video right behind it.
Can I just say something while I think about it? Because otherwise it will go. Kim, when you first start talking to people, in your mind, you're thinking, oh God, how do I slip this into the conversation? And it's like that at first. And I mean, I've done it. You started stumbling over your own words and that. But after a while, it gets a natural thing to do. I'll give you an example. I went to, well, as you know, I went to the London office on Friday to show Lisa the office. Then we came out and we went for a coffee around the corner, and this Italian lady was in there. This Italian lady who works there. We just got chatting, chit chat, you know, and then she asked what we're doing up there, blah blah blah, and we just said, you know, the offices are around the corner. I'm doing this, that, and the other. Anyway, it led to me being able to friend her there and then, and add her into the group there and then, because it gets kind of natural. It's a natural thing, and hopefully she's going to come to one of the meetings in January. We have a road show, an Isogenics road show in January, which starting at the London office on the 11th. So hopefully she comes to it. She's literally around the corner from the office. But anyway, that was it.
And you know, Kim, what he's doing is powerful. To take people, I wish the corporate office was in our town, our corporate office here, the headquarters, but it's 5 hours away. And to be able to have a prospect and go, hey, you know what? I'll be glad to meet you in person, you know, because we don't really meet people. We get them on the phone first, and if they're willing to commit and get on the product, yeah, we'll meet you in person and we'll do that. But if there's no commitment, but to be able to say to somebody, hey, I'll be glad to meet with you and have a cup of coffee and sure to show you the program and the business. Let's meet at the corporate office. That's powerful, because it does all the work for you almost. It shows them there's a real business behind it. And you have a team behind you. You know, Ollie knows all the people in the corporate office now.
That's what she wanted. To be honest with you, that this lady that I showed the office, that's what she wanted, reassurance that we were real. You know, we're not. Yeah, she was looking for. As soon as I said, you know, we have a London office, I can show you. Yep, let's go. She was real. I mean, you say different things to different people, and a lot of the time you think in your head, oh, I've said this so many times, this person won't want to know, but you say it anyway, and they like jump on it, and you're like, oh God, that's the first time that's happened. So people pick up on different things. So don't be afraid to keep repeating yourself. You know you're repeating yourself, but they don't. To them, it's the first time they've heard what you're saying, but you said it a million times or whatever, you know.
Ollie, third-party validation is everything, and that's why we use three-way calls or three-way chat.
Right.
Now we've given her the go-round. We've given her this part of it. We didn't give her the to-do. You know what I mean? The absolute to-do. And Mike Albergo, if you would like to pipe in, Mike was my first enrollee 7 years ago, 6.5 years ago. Like, he was my very first. And Mike, if you want to chime in on maybe just how to get started with all of that, because all of that is part of it. All of that is part of what's going on, but maybe just some real basic steps, Mike.
Okay, so I apologize because I had a phone call come in at the same time you guys were talking. So I'm sorry, what I just caught up with what he said about the office in London. That's all I heard.
Yeah, so we were just talking about they had met somebody that was right around the corner from the office, and all people really want to know is that we're real. And so third-party validation, I like to use three-way calls or three-way message chats. But I was just saying, you want to add in, and you might, I don't know, we might have too much background noise, but do you want to add in just the very basic steps on how to approach somebody, what to say, and then to move on from there?
Sorry. I can't. Sorry. Hold on.
Is it hard to hear me? I can do it. I just wanted to give you the opportunity if you would like to.
Yeah, sorry. It's
Okay, so Mike is at work at the Met Opera House in New York. So I know that his connection goes in and out, and I know sometimes he breaks up and we can't hear him or he can't hear us. But I so appreciate him because he always shows up, and he is just a doll, and I love him. What I was gonna bring up really fast, and I feel like it's time to end this because I know, Kim, you've got to go to work. But what I wanted to say,
I was just looking at the clock.
You what?
I was actually looking at the clock, getting ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What I wanted to say is the best thing you can do is when you connect with somebody is to not say that much. I've just started this health and wellness program or system, whatever sounds good to you, and I'm feeling amazing. Whatever is truth for you. I've lost, this much, or whatever's true. I feel better. I have more energy, and I'm loving life. They're going to say, what is it? They always do. I always say, it's isogenics. Have you heard of it? Mostly they say no. Perfect. What is the best day and time you can get on the phone? And I'll tell you all about it. Because now's not the time. I got to get going. I want to respect your time and mine. I got to get going. So what's the best day and time you could get on a call? And I'll explain it to you 5-10 minutes. They're going to give you a day and a time. Make sure you have their number. Are you on Facebook? Yes. After you get the appointment set, I'm going to put you in the group Amplified Health, tag you in a video, take a look around, and I'll call you Thursday at 11 or whenever that is. Then you're going to get them on a call with Ollie. Or you can do a 3-way chat message on Facebook with any one of us.
Or meet up or whatever.
Let the third party do the validation and ask them questions and let them be like, I'm going to use Ollie because he's your enrolling sponsor. Let him be the expert while you're learning. Because if we come out the gate with, I'm on this health and wellness program, I've lost this much weight, it's so amazing, the shakes taste good, I love this, I love that, and then I'm going to make $1 million and blah, 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 they're out. The least amount of words you say to pique interest, to get the appointment, to get them in Amplified Health and or to send them a video is going to serve you better than blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that's, I just wanted to give you that basic step. That's how I started. That's how I built this. We didn't even have Amplified Health. I emailed videos only after I got the appointment. So
Kim, thanks so much for that, Debs. It's very, very useful. Kim, I've written six ideas down here to get us started with your plan over the weekend.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
So
there you go.
So
we're
on it. There's
I put some websites in. You guys, Eric Worre GoPro. You listen or you read. It's must to build this business. It's must.
I've got that, Kim. So I've got a couple of books, both recommended by Debbie, that I've got. So Kim's an avid reader anyway, so I know she'll read it.
I put in the chat the team little video that we put together, and then I put another video, Advantage, and that'll be a good one for you, Kim, I feel. That's in the chat. You can copy that. And 2, if you guys want to have a beautiful trip next year to Las Vegas, to the Eric Worre event, start thinking about it.
Eric Worre event, okay.
Yeah, GoPro. This is all network marketer companies throughout the world. We're trying to put a pack together right now. The tickets are regularly $747 here, U.S. We got packs of 10 already going in. We got them down to 300, and we're at 37 tickets already. If we get it to 50, we get them down to 250. It's a 3-day event, and it'll change your whole mind. I know Ollie's going to come.
Yeah, you guys come in. We'll do a team meeting before and or after. We'll all get together and we'll have a really great time.
I was very impressed, Jeff, that you actually had a shirt and jacket on, mate, instead of a t-shirt. I was very impressed at that. But I got to say, bro, what was up with them shoes, man? What did you have on your feet?
Oh, did you see them? I thought of you, Ollie.
I'm only kidding, mate. I'm only kidding.
Stud ones. Okay, we got to go because we got to let Kim go. I don't want to make her late to work.
Okay.
This has been a great training, everybody. Thank you for everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Kim, for being here. We're so excited to have you on this team. And I know
send Debbie and I a friend request and message us through Facebook.
I think we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Am I friends?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We let
Okay,
you
and
be
if you
friends
need
too.
anything, you can call us. You need anything between all of us on this Zoom. Chris, all of us, we're here for you.
Yep.
Right,
Right.
thank you.
Kim,
Right.
Kim and I text each other several times throughout the night anyway, so I'll text you later. Don't worry. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Love
Have
you
a good
guys.
night.
Guys,
Yeah.
go rock your
Thank you.
business. Mwah.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care, guys. See you next week.